Hello everyone, welcome back for the computer session. Today we are going to learn lesson number 4. And lesson number 4 is all about database management system. So in this lesson the points which we are going to learn are what is database? This word I think so first time you are learning in the computer subject. So first we have to clarify what is database. Then database management system, the points which we will learn next point, that is database management system, and then we will learn data models. What is data model? And types of database, different types of database. So altogether the 4 point we are going to cover through this lesson, the major points: what is database, database management system, data model, and types of database. So let's understand first of all what is database. First, what is the data? Data means the information. Nowadays, each and every institute, organization, company, firm, they need to maintain a data. What is the data? They need to keep the records, they need to store the information. For example, like a school. So our school, we need to keep some students information. We have to keep records. For example, students name, class, division, address, parents name, parent occupation, date of birth. All these detail we need to store somewhere. So wherever we are storing this information, that is called the database. Earlier these all things were done manually, but nowadays it is digitalized, and everything is kept through the help of computer. So there is a very important and very much requirement for this database. So let's understand the theoretical information about the database. A database is a collection of related data from which user can efficiently retrieve the desired information. Database can be a simple collection of text, data in simple tabular form, to a complex collection of images, audio, or video. Means, in short, as I said, all the institution and all the organization nowadays need to keep their information recorded, and that they can do with the help of database. So here it is said database is a collection of related data. Like one student's information we have to keep related with one student personal detail, student mark details, student fees collection details. These all details collectively we have to maintain a record, and that we can do with the help of database. So whenever, this is not only just to store, whenever we want to retrieve that data, means whenever we want to use that data, we need to retrieve it, means we have to take it from the database. For example, I want to see a particular student's marks in first unit, how much they score. So just I have to open that table and I can see. So this database can be in the form of simple information, like we can keep we can keep like name and that in the tabular form, like student name, roll number, class, and division. But also we can keep some complex information means like little difficult, like we can store students photos, images. Now we need for the iCard, we are collecting your photos, so that also we are storing at one place. Teachers iCard, that also we are storing at one place. So those images we need to keep the records. So that also possible with the help of database. And in future, maybe these all teachers are creating now for the online, the videos and all that also we are going to store in a particular database, and that we can utilize. So here I'm talking about a database regarding the school management system, right? But nowadays in each and every field, this database is used for to keeping record. For example, hospital, so they are keeping the record of the doctor as well as medicine as well as of patients. For example, railways, so they are also keeping their train arrival time, departure time, on which date which train is available, on which station it will get halt or stop, how many minutes it will wait over there. So all these records they are maintaining. In business, they are maintaining the records of the purchase goods, sells goods, discount, cash, credit, everything they are keeping the record. So nowadays this database is very important concept in the IT field as well as in each and every field. Let's understand now the next topic, that is database management system. So as we discussed just now, that is the database is very important, but there should be a management system to manage these all things. So let's understand it theoretically, which is given in your book. DBMS. DBMS is a short form of database management system. DBMS is a collection of programs that enables user to create, maintain database and control all the access to the database. The primary goal of DBM is to provide an environment that is both convenient and efficient for user to retrieve and store information. Means whatever task we wanted to do, we wanted to handle this data. Either we wanted to store, means suppose I wanted to add any new admissions are there, so I will add that student's detail. Okay, so this we have stored. Now I want to retrieve that details, means I want to access, I want to see that details. So for that also we need a particular system. So altogether to control this database we need database management system. Controls in the sense like we need to store, we need to retrieve, we need to access. These all things we can do with the help of database management system. So how can we do the database management system? How we can manage, how we can control? So the next points will highlight us like in these four ways we can uh, manage the database management system. First of all, we need to know that need for database management system. What is a need? Okay, and then we will learn advantages of database management system. If you are using the database management system in your organization, company or firm or school, colleges, then is there any advantages? Yes, if there, then what are the advantages of managing database management system? Next point, we will learn applications areas of database management system. These database management systems are applicable in which area? As I said in the beginning, it is applicable almost in each and every field. So which are those field and how it is applicable? The next point we will cover, that is components of database management system. So these points we are going to learn in details one by one. So first of all, just take it in your mind, that is database management system has, we are going to learn four sub points, that is need for database management system first, then second, advantages of database management system. Third, application areas of database management system. And next, components of database management system. So let's understand a need for database management system. So let's understand by one point. Let's clear it. Need for database management system. Why this need is generated? Database approach came into the existence due to the drawbacks and limitation of file processing system. Earlier there were the file processing system and it was having some drawbacks and limitations, means the data was in separate files. So whenever anyone want to access the information of any particular things, for example, we will take the example as continuing school. So the database was stored, the information was stored in separate file. So if we want a particular students, then we need to go to 4 5 files, we have to go through 4 5 files. First we have to check is a general register number, according to that, then we have to see the class, then division, and all that details we have to go through, and then we are getting a particular students details. That was the limitation of file processing system. So in file processing system, updating, deleting and maintaining the data is difficult. Same, if we want, suppose one student left the school. So in all 4 5 files, we have to do the changes. So it was a drawback and limitation of file processing system. Okay. Then the data difficult or number of application programs written by the programmers to maintain the data in the database. Number of application programs written by the programmers to maintain the data in the database. Database approach, the data is stored at a central location. This is very important. Data is stored at the central location and it is shared among a multiple user. Thus the main advantage of DBMS is centralization of the data. So what is mean by centralization of data? As I said, the previous file processing system, how it was a separate file was. But in database management system, these separate files were linked with each other. For example, with this chart, we can understand a particular student's details we are keeping like its profile means his personal detail, name, address, contact number, parent details, date of birth, and everything in the profile. And second table, we are arranging his fees detail, whether it is paid or not. And third file, we are keeping its marks, first unit mark, second unit mark, term mark, okay, and his achievements. Suppose he's sportsman or then whatever at records achieved, like medals and all. So these all kept in separate files. What DBMS does is it links these all file together, okay, and it connect all together and it gets centralized, means the database get centralized. So if I type just the name of particular students, so it will show its profile as well as fees detail as well as mark and achievement, everything. So from that I whatever things I want a particular information that I can retrieve. No need to click for each and every file for the details. Just I need to click on a particular single file. Just I need to type the name of student. So database will search details from all four files and it will display. From that, whatever I want, that I can access. So this is the one very big advantage and very important advantage of DBMS, database management system. And the need, there was a need because people were doing separate work. As I said, the deleting work, editing work was very tedious in file processing system. For example, one student asked to change the details, like his name spelling is wrong. So what it would happen now, if it is separate file processing system, in that if we will do the editing in profile, so rest of the three files will be remain to do the change of spelling and all. That was a limitation of file processing system. We need to go to profile, then fees and achievements, and then marks. Everywhere we have to go. If by mistake one section is left, so it will remain always. But with the help of DBMS, it is centralized. If we will do the changes in profile, automatically it will take effect on fees, achievement, and mark. Everywhere will get changed. For example, students left the school, so we need to do in previous file processing system, we need to do these changes in all four files separately. But because of DBMS, it is centralized. If I'll remove from the profile, his fees detail also will remove, achievements also will remove, marks also will get removed. So this is very advantageous things like centralization of database. I hope so you understood this point. The main advantage or need of the DBMS is centralization of data. So dear students, now we are learning database management system, and just now we learned need for database management system. So let's understand the advantages of database management system. So the advantages of database management systems are the ability to update and retrieve data. Just now, as I have given the examples, like if we will do any editing or deleting or anything with the records, it get update immediately. The changes get update immediately. So that is a one advantage of database management system. Next, support concurrent update. Next point is it support the concurrent updates. Current update occur when multiple users make update to the database simultaneously when many peoples are entering, like suppose for example you just see in our office we have two three staffs to enter the details and do the changes. So whenever from any computer it does any changes, so it get automatically update in main database centralized place. So once it is entered in one computer, the same record immediately it will show in other computer. So that is called concurrent, means immediately in quickly it get the updates. Next is recovery of data. So this DBMS provide way of backup and recoverable database. Whenever we are entering any data, so it stores at the one more place, all the details it gets stored at one more place where it can be a safe. So if anything happens with computer software or it get disturbed, so when you are reinstalling any software, the application, so it works smoothly because it allow us a database details to store and keep safely, backup system. So just we have to install the software, all the data will be as it is. Okay, so that is called a recovery of data, which allows us to give a backup. Next is security. Though the many multiple users are using and accessing the system centralized detail, but it provides a username and password and securities that others cannot do easily any changes in that. For example, we have two three staff, so whenever they want to start any system, they need to you enter user ID and password, then only it would be accepting the changes. And that is also, it has the limitation. It has a limitation. Staff can do a particular changes only, they cannot delete the record and all. Then administrator can do the deletion of the record if want. So all these purposes, users IDs and password details are provided. Okay, so that is very secure, and database has this one more advantage, that is it is secure. Okay, next is data integrity. Data integrity is a set of rules that DBMS provide to see that incorrect or incontent data is not stored. Data integrity means the collections of data. It provides us details to a particular things. We can see whether it is okay or not. The next, data redundancy. So many times when we are entering the details, it get multiple times get changes. So once it is get the current changes taken place, the rest of the details automatically it removes. The suppose on one particular students I have added his name, then I have added his fees, then his marks. So 4 5 tasks I have done with a particular student. So it is stored one place, and later on, which is a final update, the remaining details get removed automatically. So database don't get the load of that many entries. So repeatedly entries or multiple times entries get removed automatically. That is called controlled data redundancy. Next is data sharing. The database is centralized, and that's why we can share the data from one computer to another computer easily. Also, if it is stored on the cloud, means like online on the servers, so we can share globally anywhere the database. So that is a big advantage, and the main advantage of database, we can say the data sharing. Simultaneously on one file, many people can work. So that is called data sharing. Then easy of application development means whatever changes you want to do database, that can be applicable easily. That's why it is called easy application of development. So I hope so you understood all these advantages. Let me recall once again: the ability to update and retrieve data. Second, support concurrent update. Third, a recovery of data, which gives us backup system so we can recover our data whenever in any difficult situation. Next is security. It allows us username and password and protections, security protections. So no unauthorized user cannot do the changes in that. Only authorized people like the people who is appointed for the particular work only can do the changes. Data integrity means it bind all the data together and it retrieves together. Redundancy, it removes the duplicate entries or multiple entries, and it keeps the database little less in the size. It maintains the size of database in proper manner. Data sharing, it is the main advantage of DBMS, as I said. So data sharing, multiple users can work at a time, single same time at a one file. Easy of application development, whatever changes we want to do in database, it would be very easy, and we can easily make a changes in the database. So that is called easy of application of development. So these are the advantages. I hope so you understood the advantages. So let's have a small recap what we have learned till now in today's session. So we have started to learn lesson number 4, that is database management system. Name of lesson is database management system. And points, as we discussed in the beginning, we are going to learn that is what is database management system, data models, and types of database. From these 4 points, we have covered till now 2 points, what is database and database management system. So what is database? That already we have learned. It is a collection of related data. Then database management system. This is a particular system which maintain our database, which help us to store and retrieve the data. Then we just started the next point, that is database management system has 4 sub-points like need for database management system, advantage of database management system. So these 2 points already we have covered, needs as well as advantages of database management system. So all these advantages also just now we have gone through. So dear students, please go through the video once again, watch it again and again to understand, because next lesson practical is depend on this. So watch this, and the small homework for you all is to read the lesson that is given. All these details are given on page number 49, 50. You have to read lesson number 4, page number 49 and 50.